I have figured out why my new engine was smoking, and it's my mistake. Haven't built it incorrectly. It was when I built it and then put it back in the frame, because I knew I wasn't going to be starting it for such a long time. I put about 100 mils of oil in each of the bores, then spun it over numerous times, and then set the bores up so they were only halfway up the stroke, and put another 100 in each cylinder. Then I left it, put plugs back in it so nothing would drop in, and totally forgot about it. When I did my first start up the other day, there was a little bit of smoke, but I put it down to steam because it was such a cold day and I didn't run it long enough. Going out today in it, I'd noticed a haze when I was driving, but I didn't push it. I just seen that very oily smoke. Never really bothered me, thinking it's a new engine. It was only when it absolutely looked like a car out of James Bond and filled the road with smoke, I thought, oh my god, have I done? So it's my fault for not taking the oil out of the bores or taking the oil out of the sump after I'd put the motor back in, before I refilled the dry sump tank. So it's totally my fault. But as you'll see in the video, yes, it does smoke a bit initially, and then it clears. All the oil levels are good now, and it stopped smoking, so I'm quite happy with it now. As you probably hear in the video, yes, I've rebuilt the engine, and I've also put 2019 gears in the transmission. Didn't bother filming either of them because there's lots and lots of videos on YouTube of YXC engines being built and transmissions being built. I was more concentrating on the rotor joint conversion for the track rod ends, and now watch the video and you'll see what I This was the moment I thought I had royally fucked up rebuilding this engine. I'd noticed it was smoking a bit. At this point I hadn't given it any full throttle. I'd just been driving it to get some heat into it and just get a feeling for the new engine. And then on the way home, because I initially thought I've put too much oil in it, but I did dip it whilst I was parked up and it was okay on the stick. Well, I'm going to make my way home, and as you can hear, it really fumbles when it starts smoking. I just couldn't figure out what I'd done wrong. Every time I took it above about 8,000 RPM, it smoked, but it seems to be getting better now I've reviewed the videos. The further and closer I get to home. So I decide I'm going to take a litre of oil out of it, let it stand for a few minutes, and then I'm going to dip it again, see where the oil level is. I first put 1/4 of a litre in and check it, and there's nothing on the stick. I put another 1/2 litre in it now. Check it again. And there was a reading on the stick this time, so I thought I'd leave it at that. It was about halfway up the stick, so it wasn't full. It was halfway up the dipstick. So off I go again, test drive, down the same lane, boot it in 3rd gear, and my God did it smoke again, but it seemed to be getting better, not as smoky as it was. So I thought I'd just give it the benefit of the doubt. Decided to pull over here and just double check the oil level. Now everything's really up to temperature. So I'm going to get onto another really fast piece of road now and see what it does. And it wasn't until I really reviewed the video I realised there was a little bit of haze, but nowhere near what I'd been suffering with. Just a little bit there. But I wasn't sure if it was spray or smoke at that point. Not whilst I was driving. I'm probably about 5 miles down the road now. I'm going to go onto a really fast A road. And I'm going to go home and just double check everything. But looking at the video now whilst I'm reviewing it, everything seems in order. It's not smoking anymore. I'm going to bounce it off the rev limiter all the way up to 3rd or 4th gear going up this hill and just see what it does. And it seems absolutely clear now. It's blown all the excess oil out from when I built the engine. I think it was just too much lube used when I was building it.